All right, welcome everyone on the live stream. We're currently looking at EU and GU, and EU is my favorite of today, but both are looking pretty slick if you ask me. So we're going to see which one will present a potential setup and a potential trade. We have to see and wait till we get a potential entry. Markets are looking pretty good for a Monday, to be honest. Very often we don't see this clean price action on a Monday. Last week we had also a very clean setup on the live stream on Monday. It took me out with reduced loss and then rocketed straight to take profit. So that's interesting for sure. Both setups looking pretty good. 10 pips stop loss as usually. Let's see what we can catch. If you got any questions whatsoever, put them in the live chat. Happy to go over them. Easy going. It's looking pretty good. We have an internal resistance as well over here. Resistance. Let's see, very often in 1 minute or so we see that first initial push, and then we can look to see if we can get that early London trap where they trap in sellers and we can go against them, or potentially no trade. It also could be a possibility. Just being patient today, that's what helps. Again, if you got any questions, easy. You can put it in the live chat. If you want me to go over any other pair, also happy to do so. Alert in. Look, the thing is with GU, if we are going into the details, we have an early little sweep of the Asian low. It happened over here. For me, it looks a bit trappy, but what happened, right? We came into supply. From that supply, we're doing an internal bearish break structure over here. So we could see GU already flying. I do hope that it wants to go down more. Just that would be in line with EU taking out that support. Just wouldn't be cleaner, would be cleaner. Anyway, yeah, we can't force the market to do anything. We just have to wait and sit and wait to see if we can catch anything whatsoever. If there will be a trade, I will share the exact entry in the VIP. Note that there is a little delay on YouTube, meaning that 2-3 minutes delay-ish. So if I'm entering, be aware of that. In the VIP, you can join the VIP through the link in the description, but be aware of it because that can be a bit tricky. Right, waiting for the market to push down. Both my MT5s open, so we can jump straight into the trade if we need so. Fingers on the trigger. Again, if you got any questions whatsoever, just put them in the comment section or in the live chat. I mean, happy to go over it, or if you want me to go over any other pair. Yeah, clean PA for today. Yeah, it's looking pretty clean for a Monday. Not gonna lie, it's looking pretty clean page. Let's see if we can catch something together on this live stream. That would be pretty insane for a Monday. Last Monday we had a beautiful trade as well. It's not very often where we see that clean price action on a Monday. Most of the times it slowly gets into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the nice and cleanest setups. But then again, the market can do whatever it wants to do, right? So yeah, sometimes we see those clean movements as well on Monday. Last Monday I got a little bit effed up with that reduced loss and then price running to take profit, but well, that's part of the game. That's just part of the game. What are your thoughts on the DXY page? Asks. Well, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. It's a bit messy. We have this huge wick, which was the news event. But I honestly don't know what will happen next with the DXY. That's why I'm not going to get any analytics from the DXY today, and I'm going to look purely at how EU and GU are moving. The DXY is just an extra confluence. It doesn't mean we're going to use it as always, because EU shows me pretty clean where it potentially wants to go, and I do truly believe that it wants to take this liquidity first before heading towards the upside, if so. With the GBP USD, I'm not so sure. Definitely, let's see what the week will bring. Yeah, Paige, you had that clean take profit. That's for sure. You had that clean take profit. That was pretty clean on the Monday. Now it's just a waiting game. We have to be patient, waiting for price to come to us instead of chasing it. There is always the market always trying to trick you in at certain areas. Look, we have that internal bearish break of structure as the same on GU. I wouldn't be surprised if GU wants to push higher, but the liquidity on EU is just doubles. We have trend line and we have support, and as far as I can see, we only have support on GU. But the meltdown would be pretty clean as. Pretty clean as. Again, if there are any questions, easy, you can drop them in the live chat. For now, it's just waiting for price to come to us. We have to take in mind that this is the huge support, but there is also this internal support. So we need to be a bit precise here on what it wants to sweep, what the reactions are, and how we can capitalize on that potential movement. Market is slowly starting to push down. Let's see how the 1 minute is looking for now. Yeah, pretty clean. Look, there's no surprise that price was reacting from this area, right? Because this is, yeah, internal bullish price action. Then we have this area over here. Price comes in, gives a bullish reaction. Well, that's just a little trap, SMC entry, however you want to call it. It's just clean. Now it's just wait for price to take out these areas and let's see if we can catch a trade. I like how GU is melting down as well, especially how it's reacting from this 15-minute supply. And then we have this huge bearish range. Price comes in, bearish break of structure. If we do a second bearish break of structure, well, imagine how many sellers are going short, and that's where we come in and do the complete opposite, right? But now first let's wait for price to melt. Again, if there are any questions or you want me to go over a pair, just let me know in the live chat, then I can have a look at it. We have an area of liquidity here as well where we need to take account of if we're going to look at GU, because still, I mean, if EU only takes this internal liquidity and GU takes all this liquidity, yeah, potentially I'm looking at GU more than EU. So this is being flexible, understanding what the market is telling us and how we can anticipate on those market movements. It's always looking and searching for the cleanest. This is why I use it two pairs on the screen, because it helps me with live timing how one is responding into the other, and it gives me a very clean overview of what pair I need to choose for the potential setup. Because I mean, they're looking like, I think they have a correlation about 70%, 70 somewhat. So they're always are going to look pretty much the same, with a few days that are, yeah, definitely different. And we have to see and wait which one will be the cleanest. MetaTrader is not down with me, to be honest, so I don't know. Well, I don't see. Oh yeah, I see the market movement. No, it's not down with me. It's not down with me. Could be your broker. Could be your broker. You can just open and close the app. Maybe that will help. But it's completely functional on my side. It slowly is coming down. I want to see an aggressive sweep when we come in, not a tiny sweep. That's simply not enough for me. I've seen it so often that tiny sweep is part of the trap. We need to see a strong sweep, strong reaction, and then go long against it. None of my accounts are letting me in. That's weird. Yeah, it could be a disconnection with your broker, I think. because MetaTrader is up, MetaTrader is working, so it could be your broker. You can check if you have another account somewhere else, if that account is letting you in, yes or no. But it is pretty shitty if it's not working, that's for sure. Being patient here will pay off. Oh, I think, yeah, very sure we will get a potential setup. Looking how the market is responding from certain levels is just obvious. It's just obvious. All right, there we go for the internal liquidity almost. Interesting enough. So we have that internal support as well. We need to see how it will react and how it will respond. I really want this liquidity to be taken. That would be ultimate. If EU decides only to grab this liquidity and GU decides to take that low, yeah, very obvious. I'm going to be more interested in GU than EU. And this is why I use the two screens on the side, because we clearly want the best trade possible. It's updating, so no trade for me. Well, you have still time left, so it's not that the trade is here any minute yet. How nice, look at this. This is no coincidence. Price comes into the support, taps into the trend line, gives a little bit of a bullish reaction. This is what we call a so-called trap. 100%, this is a trap. This is inducing buyers in. Give them the illusion that price will react from this level and will go up. And surely sometimes it has to react from those areas. It has to show that those early buyers are right, otherwise there's no reason for them to take that trade every single time. But very often we see price grabbing all that liquidity, doing an internal bearish break of structure again, and then starting to move towards the upside. Same goes for GU as well. That's just beautiful. That's how we like it. But it's slowing down over here, and that's fine. We just have to be patient here. We are 16 minutes into the session, still 1 hour and 45 minutes to go for the max session. I'm not going any longer than 2 hours. Yeah, interesting. Let's actually doing 1 minute. Yeah, looking just beautifully tapped in. Wouldn't be surprised if price wants to do a bullish break to induce those buyers even more, showing that the structure also wants to go. But let's see. Which pair will give us the cleanest trade, right? Which pair? Because again, GU is not looking too bad as well. We have that bearish range. Again, internal bearish range. Everyone will be looking for shorts. Still with that liquidity on top, because now price came into that supply, but what did it do? It created a resistance area. Pretty clean. You can see that GU is pushing down, EU is still inducing those buyers in. Probably we'll see that on GU anytime soon as well. Wouldn't be surprised. There we go. We will wait and see, but an entry is pretty close, and I truly believe we will get an entry, which is crazy on a Monday, because very often we don't see nice clean trades on Mondays. Just not what we see very often. The difference is GU is, well, 2.5 pips away from a sweep, whilst EU is 4 pips away from a sweep. So that's nothing. That's fine. That's nothing. Let's wait and see. Are we going to get that clean as entry? Back to the 5 minutes, because, well, just need to see that sweep. 1 minute price action is just a bit of noise currently. If you want me to go over any other pair, like I said, drop it in the live chat. I had to re-add my account because they changed the name. Oh shit, didn't they send an email about that? Because that should be the case, but anyway, it's good that you're back on. GU very close, GU very close. We have to see how it will react and how it will respond. I'm open to both scenarios, so we have to be very in line and in sync with what the market is going to show us. We have to be very in sync and very on point and focused, because anything can happen right now. I'm not so sure if we will see that complete sweep of that support on EU, to be honest. GU swept, interesting. Now let's see and wait. We have two pairs. Both are setting up pretty nice. I'm going to look at gold later, because now we're currently looking at the potential entry. So I don't want to be at all places at once, to be honest. We might see an entry on GU and we might not see an entry on EU. It all depends. It all depends. Anything can change. We have to be very aware here, very locked in, focused on the potential outcome. So what do I want to see? Well, price coming into this area, potentially do a bearish reaction, and then if it goes up again, this would be my entry. Other than that, if price is going to be very aggressive, this could be my entry. Yeah, so you have to be very aware. EU swept these lows. It took out the trend line, so it took some liquidity. Let's see. It respected this area. That's not too much to my liking. This is what I love, because now we have that second bearish break of structure on GBP USD. This is inducing. Imagine, right? You have a bearish range, price comes into a supply, does a bearish break of structure, comes up top into top supply, does another bearish break of structure. Imagine how many sellers will look for potential shorts from all of these areas. Yeah, it's just, yeah, easy. But we need to see a nice closure of that 5-minute candle. One minute left. How aggressive will we be? So what happens if we break a support area? Well, we got breakout traders looking for short. So we have short sellers already in right now. Now the market pushed through, came back in. What do we call that? That's something we call break and retest traders are going short. So we have two types of traders going short. Where will they put their stop losses? Well, probably above these highs somewhere, right? So they will have their stop loss above somewhere here, which is interesting. So this is also what you need to take account of. If you say you understand liquidity, you really should understand where other traders and other participants are going into their positions. Okay, how's that 5-minute closure? Not the cleanest, but still 15 minutes, have some 5 minutes to go. So if that 15 minutes starting to push, that will be clean. So eyes are on GU now. I'm not in, by the way. We still have to wait. Creating equals. We still have to wait, but yeah, GU definitely the one that's cleaner right now. Need to check if on the other pair GU created equals as well. Let's see. 5 minutes. Yeah, equals as well. And EU, what did it sweep? Also not swept. Okay, interesting. I still believe that EU can come and sweep, so we have to be very patient here. The question will be, how aggressive will it be? How aggressive? Because what I want to see, price come in, then push up, and then enter. But if it goes straight up, I just going to enter off this drop-off point. Let me share the potential entry with the FIP. Oh fuck. This. Okay, EU coming down here. That's nice. I want EU really to grab this low. That would be, yeah, prime. It might be in line with GU grabbing this low. Let's see. This has been swept right now. Let's move that there. With that 15-minute candle is not looking nice, and it's closing within 10 seconds. Now I might going to switch to EU, because EU is still up here. If that new 15-minute candle is going to come down, sweep and aggressively move up, it could be very, very interesting. However, we have a little sweep over here. We do have it. I think it's not enough, not for my liking. And this candle I'm not liking as well. But let's see. EU starting to push after grabbing this little support area, you see? That's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, eyes back on GU, because this is not a trade I'm going to take, but oh, coming close. GU coming close. There, 2 minutes. Yep, 2 minutes already. Okay, it's in. Now we have to wait and see, will it come above this level or will it slowly pushing back? Because this could be an aggressive entry and I'm happy to grab it, happy to take it. But preferable, I will want to see an inducement from this level. Like we see now. A bit of a pushback. Come on. All right, I'm going to enter. A little bit of slippage, that's fine. In, this is the entry. A little bit up, that's completely fine. Let's put in the stop loss. 33073, 33073. Again on this one as well, 33073. Let's see. Let's see if the market wants to push up aggressively. How's it hourly looking? Beautiful. Now let's see and wait how it wants to push. The 50-minute candle, it's not very much to my liking, but hey, anything can happen. Look how it just pumped from here as well, so anything can happen. Only concern equals, but yeah, that could be fine. That little sweep on EU and that aggressive push potentially shows us that price wants to go higher. We put in my take profit as well. That's not too nice. Take profit is above these areas, but I have a fixed 1 to 2 risk to reward and I will stick to it. 3, 3, 3, 7. All right, let's see. Will the market start to push? Will the market start to push? We are at our entry level currently. All right, we see a little push, but that doesn't say shit. Look, all the liquidity has been taken from over here. We only have those equals, but I'm pretty fine with that. We have taken all those early buyers out. We have induced so many sellers. So I'm pretty keen what will happen next, but I'm pretty sure we will grab this liquidity at some point. Either it's with us or without us. I mean, it's pretty easy. We can just be stopped out and then the market's starting to move. It's just a possibility. Losing trades are part of our plan. So yeah, I will be going live with the VIP to manage this trade well, to see how we can capitalize the maximum on this. If you're not into the VIP and into my course yet, well, I drop a link down below. You can join through Whop. You will be be a button to enter to the Discord and the VIP section. Highly recommend it. I've shared this setup live there, not with a delay, so that's pretty interesting. Anyway, I'm going to close the stream. Thank you all for being here. I will be back tomorrow with a new stream, and let's see what we can catch and how this trade will play out. Cheers.